Monday. I had a fantastic week, and last week was great too. It's just all been good. And I am getting ready for some vacation time coming up. So it truly is just only looking up from here. So, everybody, thank you for voting on today's poll in the Instagram stories and for commenting. Sorry, I have a cat. It's come to visit. On Wildflower Will's Facebook, Wildflower Will's Instagram feed, and on the reel. I posted just this New Start Monday yarn in all the places so we could try to get as many people seeing it and voting. And I will give you the whole lowdown on what the voting entailed. So we will get to what the yarn and the project is going to be for this Monday's cast on. I have got progress on last week's New Start, and I have some projects from weeks prior just to show you, just to remind you of what I have waiting in the wings. This week's yarn. Let's look. I have a cat balancing on my leg. This is going to be a little interesting. You're going to see a tail every once in a while. This is the yarn. I went to Michael's on the weekend, you guys. I thought, I was debating about what yarn I wanted to do for this week's cast on. Would it be something from my stash? And I was like, yeah, no. And I had to go down very close to Michael's to do some errands. So, when you're close, how can you not stop in, right? So I popped in just to see what they had. And I came out with 2 balls of the Karen Cotton Cakes. Hi, Amber. And you all know I love the Karen cakes. I have a ton of just the regular Karen cakes, and I've got a couple of containers of them over there. Just off camera. You can't see them, but I think I've shown them in the past to you. And yeah, I don't know. I was tempted to use those from my stash, and then I saw this and I kind of fell in love with this. I love these colors. It's called Beach Glass. It's 100% cotton. It's a number 4. I was going to say it was a number 3 because it feels, I don't know. It looks more like a DK maybe than a worsted, but we'll go with it's a light worsted. So I'll give you all the details on the tag before I tell you what the winning vote is. So Karen Cakes, Cotton Cakes. So I have never knit with Cotton Cakes. I don't even think I own any cotton cakes. Can't have that. So I had to come home with these 2. There was only 2 of this colorway, or I might have bought a third if there was one there. And oh, Alice, did you say you just made, you made 4 chemo hats from this. This would be lovely and soft for that. So let's see. Number 4, worsted weight. So did it knit up as a worsted weight, or did you find it a little fine? I don't know. I haven't tried knitting with it yet. It says a 4.5 millimeter needle. It says 20 stitches over 4 inches for gauge. Machine washable and dryable. 60. Oh, did I say? I hope I didn't say 100% cotton, did I? Because it's not. It's 60% cotton, 40 acrylic, but it does feel really nice. And there is 8.8 ounces, 250 grams per ball. Anyways, Beach Glass. I love it. And because does it not just actually look like sand and water, white fluffy clouds, seagulls? I don't know. What could the white stand for? I thought this would be just perfect for kind of end of the summer knitting. I want to hold on to summer as long as I can. Everywhere you look, fall is making an appearance. The fall mums are in the stores. There's Halloween decorations. When I was in Michael's, they had some Christmas stuff out. A week or so ago, they had Christmas ribbon, but they had a few more things, mostly like wreath making things, like picks and things that you would make arrangements for. So I guess they're thinking, and rightly so, anybody who's crafty and you want to make things We got to start early, right? Oh, Joanne, hi, Joanne. I saw your comment. The white is the white caps, is the waves. I like that. Yeah. Anyways, this is what it's going to be. So this is the yarn for the week. Hi, Joe. Oh, no, you put your fall bedspread on today. You love fall. You know what? I love fall too, but I just want to hold on to summer for a little bit longer. So we're still going with some summer vibes with this week's cast on. So the question was, what is the question? It's going to be a shawl. So the question was, what stitch pattern? Do something lacy or do something with a textured stitch? And you know what? It is so interesting. Depending where you look, like which platform, you get different answers. It's like hands down on Facebook was lace. The comments on the Instagram reel were lace. The comments on, what was it? The Instagram post, it might have kind of been half and half, lace and textured stitch. But most of the votes always end up on the stories. And for some reason, oh, Amber, Jason voted texture. Did you vote lace? So stories gets the most votes. So then I go everywhere else and I start making ticks and I add them all up because I thought, okay, this might not be what it appears to be, because Instagram stories was definitely saying hands down textured stitches. And then I went and I added up all the others, and lace was making a close like run for the money here, but it ended up textured stitches is what these are going to be knit up. Oh, Amber, you voted lace. Well, tell Jason he has the winning vote tonight. I love how Jason and Amber are having this, I hope it's friendly, little banter back and forth. One will vote one way, one will vote the other. And Jason is on the winnings tonight. So textured stitches. There was a couple of comments that said, hey, why don't you just do both? Which maybe I might stick a little lace in there. We'll see. Once I get knitting with it, we'll see, you know, the yarn speaks to me. We'll see what it ends up being. And I want to see how wide these stripes are. I might actually do a little looking. Oh, Amber says it is friendly. Of course it's friendly. It's fun, right? It's all in good fun. Take a look on Ravelry and see what, oh, Lynn, did you vote textured? Hey, Diane. Anyways, I may go on and look and see. Oh, wait, Louise, look at the ball band. Oh, you know what? I had the other ball had a crochet project on, and it was like crocheted medallions maybe, and they were round circles. Okay, so look at that. So, stripes are, okay, I'll have to think about this. Anyways, we'll see. Textured. My first thought for textured stitches were to do something like the bee stitch or double seed stitch, maybe even some fisherman's rib. I think I might turn this into a bit of a sampler and just maybe even just pick those three and then stripe them. We will see. Sometimes once I start knitting with it, my plans change. So we will see. Anyways, I wanted to talk about this. So this is going, you know what? Hold on. I want to see if two balls, if I can get away with just two balls. I don't know if I can or not. I might have to try to see if I can find a third. I was curious what it's going to tell me. I might be okay with two balls, you guys. Okay, so this, I'm guessing, is a wrap, a something. Oh, here I am reading the fine print on the ball band when right here by the main label, it says two balls to knit this. So I don't know how big it is. Let's see what it says. 26 inches wide, 60 inches long. That's doable. 2 balls on a 4.5 millimeter, blah, 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 20 stitches, gauge. Okay, so maybe I can do it with 2 balls. Okay, now that I'm hopeful that I can do it with 2 balls, this project came in under $25, which is super economical, right? I bought both balls together, so that means I could only use my coupon on one ball. There was, I had debated about do I buy, go in last night when I was there and buy one ball and use the coupon and get 30% off, and then come back, Tuesday or Wednesday night when I had some time after work and buy the second ball and get the discount off that one. But there was only 2 balls on the shelf and I wanted them both. So I just took them both. So if I had bought them individually, it would have been almost $20 to the penny. So that's pretty good. But I thought this came to $23.03, buying one at full price and one at 30% off. So either way, it's a pretty inexpensive shawl, wrap, whatever we want to call it. So I'm excited to start. I grabbed a needle, which I have promptly dropped on the floor, trying to grab. So I grabbed a needle. I'm not even sure what this is, but I thought I would start with this. Because I do only have the 2 balls and it's going to be a textured pattern, which could use up a little bit more yarn, I thought I want to go, good, I was guessing, I was wondering if this is a 5, and that's what we're at. So, hi Jocelyn. Hey Tracy. So 5 millimeter or a US 8 is what I grabbed. So let's just cast on a little bit with this yarn and see what we think of it. So it's not plied. What is this? This is that, it just looks like a, I don't even know what the term is for this. It actually looks like t-shirt material almost, just how it's just, looks like it's woven. I don't know. Do you guys have a better term for what this is? It feels nice and soft though, even though it's got that. Daisy, what are you? I have a metal shelf right beside me, and she's found a plastic something that's supposed to go, I think, on the bottom legs of the shelf, and she's rattling them. I think this is called getting my attention because I didn't feed her before I came up here. So now she's going to make me pay for that. Is it chained? No, it's not quite chained. It's because I have some that is chained and you can see the little stitches and things. This is, it's just like one solid. It's probably not very clear there. I don't know how they made it. It's not plied. It's not chained. I don't know. Maybe I just need to not think about what it is. Just cast on. It does feel really nice though. It would make nice anything if you want something nice and soft. So did you see in some of my posts that I have plans to wear this September 19th? So no dilly-dallying with this project. Has to get done because I have a beach knitting date with the ladies from my knitting guild on that Sunday. And I have a couple of shawls that I need to get done for that day. September 19th, that's not too far away. I know, shh, Jocelyn. I know. So I'm hoping the fact, better hurry past this, I know. I am hopeful. Website says it's plied. Really, Diane? 3 or more plies. I don't see any plies in this. Does it say plied? I don't know. Well, normally when it's plied, This wasn't that I didn't believe you, Diane. Hi, Karen. Because normally when it's plied, right, you can untwist and it separates. I know, Jocelyn, we're doing I know. Jocelyn and I moved up our our podcasting day by 1 day, which is a significant amount of time when Jocelyn and I both leave things to the very last minute. What can I grab here? Oh, what's this? Okay. So, yeah, I know I'm gonna have a lot of deadlines here. I am still in that optimistic phase, the no panic phase, that everything is gonna be fine and everything is going to work out and I'm gonna get everything done. So don't burst my bubble, you guys, with a reality check. That'll come soon enough. Karen, cotton cakes. Yes, Diane. Jocelyn, you did get moved last Wednesday. You're all and almost all unpacked. 12 boxes. Oh my gosh, you go, girl. Thanks, Beth. I know. Well, you know the thing is I can do it if I make a plan and I stick to it. Okay, so look at this. So this is Patton's Classic Wool, and it's plied. So if I untwist it, okay, this should work, right? I should be able to separate this. I don't know why this is bothering. No, well, it's not bothering me. I'm curious. Okay, so there we go, right? We can separate out plies on most plied yarn. Back to this one. Back to the cotton. It does kind of feel like a cotton t-shirt though. I feel like I need a microscope. Okay, here I am trying to pick it. Let's pick at the tail. So, okay, why don't I play with the end? I don't need to destroy the yarn I'm going to knit with. It does separate, Diane. You can't send a picture. Okay, so it does. Oh, there's a lot of plies here. Look at, can you see? Look at all that. I should have just knit with it, right? Why did I go down this rabbit hole? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's at least 5 plies. Interesting. But it's okay, so there's definitely a good tight twist to this because I couldn't even separate them until I got right to the very end. Anyways, mystery solved. Diane gave us the, look at that. Okay. It is plied. I don't know. It just feels weird. Maybe it's the cotton. Maybe it's the cotton that it's not wool. I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, Louise. Carry on. So, hang on. This was with the millimeter or the US 8. So I'm just going to knit a little bit with this while we're chatting. This could be my gauge swatch. Get an idea of what this size needle is going to be. So did I finish my thought or did I get distracted saying that I want to go as big a needle size as I can because I want to stretch the yarn as much as I can, because I've decided, right, that I like big wraps. I don't really want a whole lot of one skein shawls. I'd rather have larger ones. So we'll see how far we get with this. And I had thought crossed my mind about going to the other end of the city to the other Michaels to see if they had another ball of this. Possibly purchase that. So then I know I will have a lot and I can make it super big. But then I know that goes back to this to my date of September 19th. If I have 3 balls, can I get it all in it? Or should I stick with 2? Decisions, decisions. Yes, Diane says cotton acrylic. Yes. Did I keep it? Yes, it is cotton acrylic. A 60/40. I might have said 100% cotton at the beginning. I think I might have, but that, yes, you're right. That is wrong. It does have some acrylic in it. There was something I was looking at. Oh, you know what I was looking at, Michael's? Was the hemps. I think it was called Hempster, because it reminded me a lot of the name, same as what Cheryl had bought when we were up in Listowel. But hers, I think, was a hemp cotton. And what Michael's had, it was 100% cotton. But there was 2 balls of it. They were both kind of shades of pinks. They weren't the same color, but they both kind of had pinks and purples. And I had thought about trying to blend them in. And then I thought, why am I buying this? I don't like pink and purple. But I like the fact that it was 100% cotton, so I might have kind of got that mixed up. But this one does feel nice. For a cotton acrylic blend, it is nice. Yes, September 19th. Oh, okay, yes. So yes, well, good, Diane. I'm glad that you're putting in all the info for me. Thank you. Oh, no. Jason's doubting that you'll get it done on time. Okay, I thought Jason was in my corner. How is he against me all of a sudden? I'm churning over. Yes, I did say. Okay, good. Because sometimes what I think and what I say sometimes get mixed up. Anyway, this does feel really nice. So has anybody else knit with this? It is really nice. So my only concern about making this into like a sampler project is the stretch on those different stitch patterns, because I know from past experience knitting dishcloths last year, when I did different stitch patterns, some of them were really stretchy. So I'm hoping, oh, Diane, you are in my corner. Thank you. Oh, hey, Valerie. That's okay. I'm glad you're popping in. All of those stitch patterns that I said, the bee stitch, the fisherman's rib, and seed stitch, are stretchy. Seed stitch may be the tightest of all, but fisherman's rib is super, super stretchy, and bee stitch is really stretchy. So so I should get nice width out of them, is what I'm hoping. I think I will, yeah, the only way I'll know is play with them, but that is kind of where my designing brain went immediately to those stitches. So we'll see. But this is nice. I'm going to like knitting with this, because already this is just a little practice gauge swatch, and I just want to keep knitting on it. Oh, there's a smart idea. Order. So Linda's saying, order another one so you don't take time going to the store when you could be knitting. Exactly. You know all the tricks, Lynn. I know, that's exactly right. Never heard of bee stitch. Yeah, I love the bee stitch. It's a knit one below. I really, really like that. That is one of my favorites. What am I doing here? Okay, I'll just purl here. Yeah, bee stitch. I like that. And I really, really like double seed stitch too. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Might look cool to emphasize the different. Oh, what is this? Sherry, do you have a great idea here? Difference in stretch by doing a tighter stitch in smaller needles. Oh, yeah. So just go with it, right? Just go with the feature of the stitch. So instead of trying to keep it all nice and straight, because I had thought once, I thought, for different, if I could put in a lifeline, not, yeah, maybe I would still, because, at the end of one pattern section, I could put in a lifeline, and then say I could go to, so if I did bee stitch, and then if I wanted to do some fisherman's rib, I could put in a lifeline at the end of the bee stitch row, Switch to fisherman's rib for a few rows and kind of eyeball it. See which probably would be the easiest. All the thoughts that are popping in my head. But that's right. If you just kind of emphasize, just really go smaller needle size and then just kind of get a wavy. That could be lots of fun too. I know. Really is no wrong way, is there? As long as you get something that you like, and the probably both would be super pretty. Fun, fun, fun. I had a hard time sleeping. Should I admit this last night? Because I went to sleep last night thinking about this because I knew um what the Instagram poll was going to be for this morning. So I fell asleep thinking about if it's lace, what will I do? If it's textured, what will I do? I know, and I woke up thinking about it. So I think I must have dreamt about it all night long. I was excited. That is how exciting my life is. It's like truly dreaming about my knitting. How are the socks? Oh my gosh. I know. Okay. All right. So I'll put this on hold. This does feel really nice. I like the 5 millimeter. It's loose. It would not be a good idea for like a sweater. It's too loose for a sweater or a hat or anything. But for a shawl, I think it might be fine. I might try. I might find a 4.5 and just try that, but I think I would be happy with this too. I don't think I'd want it any looser, but okay. I played enough with that. Okay, I do have other stuff to show you. Yeah, socks for this month's challenge with Jocelyn. I haven't touched them since, when was that, last week? So this pair is done, except they both need the heel. I just have to get on that. The poor March socks. I don't know why I'm not really loving the March socks. They've got set sides. I'm going to have to make it like a whole event to pull those out. I may have to get ice cream. Maybe that's it. Maybe I was thinking maybe I need ice cream to eat while I'm knitting them, or maybe that should be my reward. Get a certain amount done and then go get ice cream. I don't know. I'm going to have to do something. My socks. This sock is sitting here. I haven't knit any more on it since I got this bit done. So this is my little shorty sock. This I really need to knit on this because remember I said I wanted to wear these when I go back to the cottage because this is the yarn I bought at the cottage when we were there the August long weekend. And I want to wear this the September long weekend, which is, I don't know how many weeks away that is. It's not many. It's after Jocelyn and I podcast. I'm going to have to prioritize these. Anyways, these are just going to be little shorty socks. So I've got my ribbing done. I've got about an inch of the leg and I'm ready to do the heel, which I'm going to do that like a garter stitch short row heel or the Jocelyn's mock short row. I'm going to look because I kind of have a feeling they might be the same or pretty close to the same. Ice cream sounds like a good idea. Ice cream is always a good idea. So this is sitting here waiting to be worked on. I found this gauge swatch. This was from a while back. This was going to be a summer chop. Okay, so summer's pretty much almost gone, but I still may work on this after I get the socks done. So I'm not going to hide that away too far. I saw the comment there about ice cream being dinner. Totally agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. This guy here, this shawl, knit out of the Leo and Roxy Orange Crush, almost finished. But it's got set aside for a little bit. So this is something I might try to get this finished this weekend. I also need this finished for September 19th. So it has a deadline too. But I will hopefully have a little bit more time to knit because this past weekend was the Fiber Friends Knit What You Dyed challenge. So I spent all weekend knitting up the cotton that I dyed for the July challenge. It was so satisfying to dye the yarn, knit knit the yarn that I dyed. The cotton, this was my first time dyeing cotton and I loved it. I want to do more. So I've got 3 dishcloths finished with it and I have a market bag started. So I didn't bring that stuff up here because I thought I'm gonna try to start trying to keep my projects separate between the Fiber Friends podcast and the New Start Monday podcast. But that's what I really worked a lot, pretty much all was what I knit on the weekend. So last week's New Start Monday project is in this really cute bag from my Needle Crafts. This is one of Cheryl's bags. I'm probably gonna get the size. I'm guessing this is probably like a medium sized tote. I'm guessing. It holds a lot anyways. It has last week's project in. Oh, Lynn is okay. So Wool Lynn is asking, have I made the Sienna socks by Tracy Miller? I'm wondering if anyone found the heel flap extremely long. Does it all work out? I have not. So I do not know. Has anybody else tried that? I know. Aren't the cats just like so fun? This one, oh, is there still time? Is there lots of smoke for you, Susanna, from forest fires? My gosh, this summer has just been crazy with rain. We're getting so much rain. Crazy. But I have yeah, high arches. See, and that's I think why I like the heel flap and gusset is that I have high arches too, and I find the heel flap really does well fit me well. It's been a lot of years since I have done anything other than a heel flap and gusset, so that's why I wanted to play around doing some of these short row heels just to see how I like it and how they fit. But this oh, okay. I'm thinking here. Who was it that asked about the tall? Okay, it was Lynn. Okay, right, Lynn, I think, right? Yes. So you're wondering if anybody found the heel flap extremely long. So you can adjust that. Like, how long does the pattern say? I typically, for a women's size, well, like a medium size sock, I do it 2.5 inches. 3 if it's a large foot, like a man's sock, I'll go 3. So the longer you make it, the more stitches you'll pick up along the heel flap, which gives you a higher. Sorry guys, my internet to be unstable as the message that I'm getting. Okay, okay. So then you're just finding 32 way. Then you know what? Just you should be able to just adjust it. I would think. I would think you should be able to make it the length you want. It'll just mean less stitches to pick up, which will mean less decrease rounds to get back, but you're just going to decrease back down to your number, right? Your 64, 64 stitches or your 68 stitches. So hopefully it's easy enough to kind of fudge. I guess the only way it would make a difference is if you had like a pattern as you were doing those decreases. If it was color work or cables or something like that, you would need those extra decrease rows to be able to do enough cabled rows. But if it's just kind of a plain sock, then I'd say you'd be able to fudge it. Anyways, okay, last week's project. Remember this yarn from the Loving Path? Oh, you guys, this is so soft. This was the Loving Path. Colorway is Wild Child. It's a 75-25 sock yarn. It is soft. It is so nice. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I love the colors in here. Again, it kind of reminds me of a beach. The water, I don't know, the orange is kind of like a sunset. It's pretty. And I have to say, I am really glad that I went with this stitch pattern. Last week's question was hat or shawl, and you guys all said shawl, which is funny because when I bought this, my first thought was to do a hat out of this. So this is a shawl, and I opted, oddly enough, to go with lace. I thought about doing a bit of a lace and then another more solid and then a lace, but I think I'm just going to keep this all just eyelets. I am just really, really enjoying this. Loving how it's knitting up. I put a 1-stitch I-cord edge on either side. It's nice. It's no-brainer knitting. I like it. I'm really, really liking it. And it's so soft. I like how on the front side, I'm not sure if I can hold this so you can really see, but there's a nice texture with these decreased stitches. Like they're raised. On the wrong side, I think it looks just as pretty from the wrong side. It's flat. The decreases, all the texture from the decreases is on the front side. So this is knitting up. Well, I'm not even sure. I have no idea. Well, I mean, other than I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess a 4.5. We'll see if I am close. Oh, it's a 4. Okay, so I was close. It is a 4 millimeter. So that's what this one's being knit on. So I like it. It's fun. It's relaxing. Love the color. Love the feel of this yarn. So I'm getting my lace fix on this shawl. So I feel like I was on a bit of a lace kick. I don't know, just the last week or so, right? And so I was really kind of hoping that lace would have won out today, but that's okay. I can get my lace on this and we'll have some fun with some textured stitches on the other shawl. So I feel like I am just ready to have a whole lot of finishes. I feel if I can sit down, if I could spend a weekend, an uninterrupted weekend, and, you know, just get the heels in those socks, finish off this last little bit, and I could get some of these projects finished up and off the needles. And these little shorty socks, once I figure out, I have an avalanche of projects on my lap. Once I figure out what the heel is I'm going to do, and I just get it sorted out in my head and I know what I'm going to do, then I can just do it. This is just sitting because I can't knit any farther on it. If I was just going to make this a full length sock, I probably would have had the leg done by now. But it's because I got to think. I have to stop to think. I have to put it out. And it won't take me that long. I just have to do it. So maybe that there's no Fiber Friends challenge for a few weeks. Maybe there's some hope of some finishes here. But we will see, right? You guys all know me. Most of my fun is in the starting, not so much in the finishing. I think you're fine to just do it the length that you know that you like and just carry on. But okay, you hate second guessing the pattern, but you also don't want to re-knit. I'd say do it. Do it. Just do it. I think you'll be fine. If it is just regular heel flap, and then picking up your stitches and decreasing them away every other round. Do it. You can do it. Make it the length you want and then carry on. This is stalled your progress on your socks. Yes, because because you're unsure, right? It's the thinking part. Oh, so you're getting lots of spinning done while you're debating about the knitting. I know. I hear you. That's why a lot of my projects are kind of stopped because it's not that I'm sitting there and knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting. It's where you got to stop and think and debate and figure out what you're doing. But I say, you know what, Lynn? I say, I do it. I wish I could hold your hand, or I wish we could meet for an after else up there close to a finish. Jocelyn, have you been knitting much, or you've just been unpacking? At least you will have a good excuse if you don't get some of your works finished for our whip check. But hopefully I'm going to do better than last month, because last month I really didn't do very well. And I'm really counting on some vacation time, except my vacation time I'm filling up with little day trips and some family visits, which means less and less knitting time. But we'll see. Hopefully I can find a little bit of balance between both. So I picked this up just to play with a little bit more. I'm really excited. I think, I think, I think. Oh, you know what I didn't tell you? You probably guessed. Everything, all of my shawls that I've been doing lately have been asymmetrical shawls. That was kind of our challenge for our guild, and I'm really enjoying them. They are one of my favorite shaped shawls to wear. Okay, okay. Um, we'll just call it a night. My internet is it just in and out, in and out, and I see most people are heading out right now, anyways, because it's probably driving you crazy. So I'm gonna say good night. We can chat next week. Happy knitting, everybody. Thanks for visiting with me tonight. Maybe I'll have some finishes to share with you next week. Fingers crossed. We will see. So everybody have a fantastic week. If you're starting anything new, share it on Instagram with the hashtag New Start Monday Knits so that I can cheer you along as you knit. So thanks so much, everybody, for hanging in through a very unstable internet connection for those of you to the end. So Lynn, good luck with the socks. Diane, thanks for all your looking up the info for this yarn. That was really super helpful. So good night, everybody, and happy New Start Monday. Cast something on. Bye, guys.